Here.
Afternoon, everyone. Trying to get yourself set up and we'll crack on. Heimir is obviously here to announce the squad for Finland and England next week. And before we get started with any questions, Heimir will update on the overall picture of the squad.
Yeah, welcome everyone. Thank you. Starting off, I'd like to start off with wishing Damien Duff and Shelburne, of course, congrats with the win in the league. It was a really exciting finale on the league, so congrats to them. From last squad, as you see, there's a few absentees from that squad, solely because of injuries. Gio will be out for about 8-9 months, and we of course send him all his best. He just made an operation on his Achilles, and now let's see and hope that his recovery will be a successful one. Robbie with, if I remember right, an ankle injury for 8 weeks out. Probably been one of our consistent players since I came. Will be sadly missed. Same Jack Taylor, hamstring injury. Jamie McGrath has need to do some vascular operation, and then Andrew Obomadeli has had some issues with his patella and been struggling getting game time. So a few absentees from a camp that we were quite pleased with. Instead, Callum O'Dowda comes in again. He was with us a few days in the beginning of the first camp, so nice to have him back. He's been playing really well for Cardiff. Seamus Coleman, of course, is fit and ready, and we're excited to have him back. Shane Duffy as well, and it's good to have him. He's been close. We have wanted to call him, but we have a lot of good centre backs in the squad, so cannot pick them all. But it's a good time now to see him. His experience and his character is welcomed in the squad. And then the two young guys from Stoke, Tom Cannon and Andy Moran, both been playing really well. So these are the guys coming in the squad at this stage. And I've said before that this will probably be our last chance to experiment, give players a chance to play. Even though we want to take steps and progress as a team, we also like to see some players getting their minutes and giving them a chance to play, because next year all matches will be official matches and important matches, so it gives us no chance next year to give or to do experiments on players. Want to jump in?
Thank you, Heimir. Any further questions from you, Tony? No, Nathan?
Hi, Heimir. Andrew Moran in the squad. Can you just talk about that role in the team, that sort of advanced midfield role, or maybe just playing off the striking? You've obviously tried quite a few players over the recent games, in Finnazaz, Will Smallbone, Troy Parrott, Jack Taylor coming off the bench. What do you want from that role and that player, whoever it is?
Well, it always depends on who you're playing. What kind of role this one is. Normally, when you play good teams, it needs to be a balancing player that can defend really well when we need to, but also be creative on the ball. So I would say we're looking for someone that can do both, but it's not always that case. Sometimes you're better in possession than out of possession, etc. But Andy is a young player who can, I would say, who has a good engine in him, good pressing, he's quick back, into shape, been impressive, but we didn't want to pick him. I think we all expect him to become a national team player in the future, but we didn't select him because of the under-21. We wanted the under-21 to qualify for their finals, but now is the time to bring him in and see him and just evaluate him, how he is in the squad and what he can give us, and we're just excited to have him on board now.
Matt Doherty's not in the squad. Why?
He's same last press conference. I explained, and again I said it now. We want to explore other players in that position. We know exactly what he can do. Him and Seamus have been kind of stuck in the starting 11 for Ireland for a long time. They have done really good for the nation. We know exactly what he can give us, so we don't need to see him or test him. And this is the last chance before the seriousness starts.
What did you make of his recent interview where he said that he feels he should be in the squad whether he's playing or not? He felt somewhat disrespected by the fact that Omar Babadele had been playing at right back. Have you spoken to him since that interview?
No, I haven't, and I have to be honest, I didn't read it. I just heard about it. So, but listen, all players should feel that they should be playing. They should have the confidence to feel that they should be playing, and I would be unhappy if somebody thinks they didn't deserve to play. He has a lot of experience that can help us. And like I said, now we want to test other players in these positions. I told you before the last camp that we will use these two camps to explore a bit at least. So that's what we're doing.
Do you think he'll play for Ireland again?
I hope so.
Just on Festia Bazzelli, I see he's listed amongst the forwards. I don't know whether we can read anything into that. What do you see his role within the squad and the positions he can play?
Festia is a little bit different kind of player. Again, really exciting. He can do things that just blow your mind. Speed. Last game for Watford, he played a right back in the first half and left back in the second half, and was good at both. He's really good going forward, and there's not many that have his speed. So no, he can play a lot of roles. Where Kieran put him on this list, I'm not sure, but he can play a lot of roles. And for example, in the Greece game, he started as a winger, ended up as a fullback. So that's also good to have a player that you can move and tweak in game.
Finally, can I just ask you about Chiedozie Bene and the severity of that injury? He's obviously become such an important player for Ireland over the last couple of years. To miss 8 or 9 months at this stage of his career is just such a huge setback. Yeah,
it is, and it seems to be happening more and more that players get long-term injuries. If it's because of the load, I'm not sure. Is a lot of talk about the load on players. So, but listen, this is something that happens. I know he is strong enough to come back. Mentally, it's just how physically he will react to this. So hopefully his recovery will be good. The load you talk about, do you have to factor that into when you're selecting your team, or do you have to be selfish and think you just pick your best team for these games? Yeah, we always like to think that we can pick our best team, but players normally come with some precautions from the clubs, so it's just a cooperation between the national team and the clubs. And if there is an issue from the clubs, we normally know that in advance, that they would advise not to play a certain player 2 times in 90 minutes in 3 days, like the national team. So we it's just a cooperation to try to keep the players healthy. Is to our benefit as well, that the Irish national team players are healthy.
Can I continue, please?
Hi, Heimir. Given our relative lack of options at left back, was Ryan Manning close to make the squad, and what reasons?
Yeah, he was. He's been playing quite well, so we've been happy with him. He was close. And we are monitoring his situation. It's good to have a player playing in the Premier League at this position. There are more players as well playing well. So no, we just opted for this squad now. But yeah, it was close.
Any particular reasons why you prefer Callum in that position to Ryan?
Say again?
Any particular reasons you prefer Callum David over Ryan?
Yeah, we have worked with Callum. Callum has been really good playing for Cardiff, man of the match performances, and he knows what we are doing. And was quite unlucky to need to go home from the first camp, so we still haven't seen him play. Well, I haven't seen him play for us, so that is the priority now.
And then Alan Brown has been a regular in Ireland squads over the last few years. He's admitted again this time around. What are your reasons for that?
No, just others are ahead of him. I watched him yesterday, played really well yesterday, but I think that was the third start he had for Sunderland for about 2 months. So he's coming back. Hopefully he will get his full fitness, and if he continues to play like yesterday, it's good times ahead for him.
Any further questions in the live section? Paul, please. Thank you.
Heimir, just wanted to ask you about Aaron Connolly. The last he came out with an interview, I think it was around the Finland game, and he just kind of came out and said that the issues he was having. I was just wondering if you had any discussions with him. I know he's not relatively match fit, but just in general.
Yeah, no, I didn't know. Just maybe 2 days ago, I knew about this interview. It was, I think we were in camp when he gave it, but a brave guy doing it, and it's a good step for him. And we've been watching him. We will continue watching him, of course, like everyone else. We would like not to miss anyone. But yeah, I think it was brave, and we compliment him for doing the interview, and let's hope that they will take him to higher places, better places, and he will find his form again. I know in the past, I don't know him much, but in the past he was considered one of the ones that could potentially become the big ones.
Dan?
Heimir, was Shane Duffy someone when he came into the job that you always thought would be in your plans? And he's obviously been a big part of the Irish team over a longer period than a lot of the other players.
Yeah, he definitely was one that has been in the squad in the past. I really wanted to see the younger centre backs. We have a lot of upcoming, exciting young centre backs. So in the beginning we went for the younger players, but I felt, especially last camp and I think the camp before, there was some areas we can improve. For example, we lost a lot of duels, especially against Greece in the first half. So and his just leadership and his character will probably help us in that area. So I think it's good to see what he brings in, and I hope that will be the attributes he will come in with leadership, with a little bit more steel, and winning duels, especially set pieces, etc. So I hope that is what he will bring into the squad at the stage.
Okay, thank you guys again to the board joint live. Thank you very much.